Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Now you've probably looked at this title and thought, what in the world could ever make Voldemort feel sad? The man didn't care about anything but himself and rarely displayed any emotion other than anger, which complements his sadistic nature. However, something did make Voldemort feel sad. Have a think about it for a moment. What could actually make the Dark Lord feel like he was doing something he didn't want to? 3, 2, 1. Had a guess? Okay, I'll tell you. It was actually when he killed Snape. It's quite surprising, but he did not want to kill Snape whatsoever. The only reason he did was because he believed that Severus Snape was the true master of the Elder Wand. Something he should not have been, as it was down to Draco to execute the Hogwarts headmaster. Then Voldemort could kill Draco and take the Elder Wand for himself. And yeah, technically that wasn't Voldemort's original plan to have Draco become master of the Elder Wand because he didn't want it at the time, but in my opinion Voldemort would have been a lot more comfortable killing Draco than killing Snape because of their value difference to him. But let's just take a look at Voldemort's relationship with Snape, followed by his acquisition of the Elder Wand, and we will go from there. Now I'm sure many of you already know that Voldemort valued Severus Snape quite highly, even more so than Bellatrix and even Lucius. He valued Bellatrix for her loyalty and Lucius for his wealth and connections, but he was well aware of how gifted Snape was and made sure that the latter realised that. Snape joined the Death Eaters for a purpose. He wanted to feel like he belonged somewhere. He was welcomed into the Slytherin fold in Hogwarts before going on to become a Death Eater and pledge a lifetime of servitude to the Dark Lord. Snape was incredibly talented. He created several of his own spells, Sectum Semper the most notable and most memorable from the books. He was unrivaled in potions and he had a calmness about him that just made his facial expressions unreadable. He rose up through the ranks pretty quickly and was even well favoured by Lucius Malfoy himself, Voldemort's second in command. Snape was devoutly loyal to Voldemort during the First Wizarding War. He was the one who was spying on Dumbledore in the Hogshead Inn and reported 3/4 of the prophecy he had heard before being discovered and kicked out. This in turn led Voldemort to begin his hunt for the child who had the power to vanquish him. Obviously Voldemort then disembodied himself and fell from power for the best part of 13 years. When he returned, he recalled his followers back to service, and even though Snape answered the call later than others, he was accepted back into the fold, although with some mistrust. Snape had claimed that he had been loyal to the Dark Lord all along and had fooled the greatest wizard of the age this whole time, Albus Dumbledore. The Dark Lord was no fool himself, remember. He had his own doubts about Snape but gave him the benefit of the doubt. Snape had even correctly reported Harry Potter's would-be location in order for Voldemort to mount an assault, which was ultimately unsuccessful as their wands once again clashed. Well, Lucius Malfoy's wand just could not defeat Harry's. When Voldemort realised that he needed the Elder Wand in order to kill Harry, well, that's when things changed. By killing Dumbledore himself, Snape had won the trust of Voldemort, and that doubt he had towards him had all but vanished. The Dark Lord had one of his most useful, powerful, valuable servants at his side, and he was really pleased about it. Snape has just dispatched the biggest threat to Voldemort's campaign, and after the latter acquired the Elder Wand, believed to be the most powerful wand in existence, it was surely only a matter of time before total and complete victory would be secured. Now the stigma around the Elder Wand is that in order for it to change hands, the challenger must kill the current owner. Not disarm them, but kill. Voldemort was all too aware that you only had to disarm for a wand's allegiance to change also. He used the Elder Wand quite effectively but felt the wand's resistance. It was him channeling his incredible power, his own incredible magic, that resulted in such extraordinary results. However, he knew that he was not the wand's true master, as he simply took it from Dumbledore's tomb. He put 2 and 2 together and knew, or incorrectly believed, that Snape was the wand's master. He done nothing. He continued to use it. Why? Because he didn't want to harm Snape. He wasn't going to take any chances if he was to secure the wand's loyalty. He would kill the current owner to make sure there was no question. I have to repeat myself and say he didn't want to. Gradually the Elder Wand resisted him more and more, power until he felt its backlash more than once. He then made the difficult decision to summon Snape in order to kill him and take full control of the Death Stick. He didn't just walk up to Snape and kill him directly. It was common nature for Voldemort to abruptly kill his opponents or challengers without a moment's hesitation. Either that or he would torture them to a breaking point, and only when they begged for death would he grant them their release from this world. He didn't do that with Snape because he respected him. As I said, he summoned Snape and had a conversation. I've shortened the conversation to be more relevant to the point of topic, so it goes as follows. I have thought long and hard, Severus. Do you know why I have called you back from battle? No, my lord, but I beg you will let me return. Let me find Potter. You sound like Lucius. Neither of you understands Potter as I do. He does not need finding. Potter will come to me. I knew his weakness, you see. His one great flaw. He will hate watching the others struck down around him, knowing that it is for him that it happens. He will want to stop it at any cost. He will come. But my lord, he might be killed, accidentally, by someone other than yourself. My instructions to the Death Eaters have been perfectly clear. Capture Potter, kill his friends. The more, the better. But do not kill him. But it is of you that I wish to speak, Severus, not Harry Potter. You have been very valuable to me. Very valuable. My lord, there can be no question, surely. But there is a question, Severus. There is. Why did both the wands I have used fail when directed at Harry Potter? I cannot answer that, my lord. Can't you? I have no explanation, my lord. I saw the third wand, Severus. The Elder Wand. The Wand of Destiny. The Death Stick. I took it from its previous master. I took it from the grave of Albus Dumbledore. All this long night when I am on the brink of victory, I have sat here, said Voldemort, his voice barely louder than a whisper, wondering why the Elder Wand refuses to be what it ought to be, refuses to perform as legend says it must perform for its rightful owner, and I think I have the answer. Perhaps you already know it. You are a clever man after all, Severus. You have been a good and faithful servant, and I regret what must happen. My lord, the Elder Wand cannot serve me properly, Severus, because I am not its true master. The Elder Wand belongs to the wizard who killed its last owner. You killed Albus Dumbledore. While you live, Severus, the Elder Wand cannot truly be mine. My lord, it cannot be any other way. I must master the wand, Severus. Master the wand, and I master Potter at last. And Voldemort swiped the air with the Elder Wand. It did nothing to Snape, who for a split second seemed to think he had been reprieved. But then Voldemort's intention became clear. The snake's cage was rolling through the air, and before Snape could do anything more than yell, it had encased him, head and shoulders, and Voldemort spoke in Parseltongue. Kill. There was a terrible scream. Harry saw Snape's face losing the little colour it had left. It whitened as his black eyes widened, and the snake's fangs pierced his neck as he failed to push the enchanted cage off himself as his knees gave way and fell to the floor. I regret it, said Voldemort coldly. You have been very valuable to me. Very valuable. You have been a good and faithful servant, and I regret what must happen. I regret it. Some of Voldemort's words from that conversation. He complimented Severus and told him of his regret. As I said, he respected Snape enough to explain to him why he had to die. He felt as if for Snape's loyalty he owed him at least an honourable death. Just something to mention on the side, guys. I'm surprised Voldemort had no reaction to using the Elder Wand to kill its own master. He should have surely known that if Snape had been the true master of the wand, then the wand itself would have done him no harm. It saddens Voldemort that he had to lose someone of such value in order to secure the victory over Harry Potter, something he would further blame Harry for. Anyway guys, that's my take on the one thing that actually saddens Voldemort, and it did. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, car crash, Lillian James Potter died in a car crash? It's a scandal. That and not hitting the like button on my video. See you soon.